Hi, my name is Ryan Stegman, and this is my presentation on the secondary education bubble. As a grandson, I can remember my grandparents talking about the Great Depression. As a son, I can remember my parents at the dinner table talking about the recent housing market collapse. And as a student, I had to wonder, sitting in my economy class, if this secondary education system will be the next bubble to break for my generation. What may drive this is the ever-increasing tuition prices for school and the ever-decreasing rate of return on your student loan or your investment. When this happens, more and more students will be unable to pay their student loans because of the inability to attain gainful employment at the level to repay them. This could create a gap, thus creating a boom and bust phenomenon, which may wreck the secondary education industry. First, let us take a look at a few of the reasons why college tuition is rising. Today, we have much more available to us in college than our parents' generation. With technology, there needs to be more administrative officials, not just ones who are teaching. Benjamin Ginsberg explains this in detail in his book entitled The Fall of the Faculty. He explains there have been all new sorts of demands for administrative services that require more managers per student or faculty members than was true in the past. Studies have found this to hold true. Between 1993 and 2007, the ratio between students, professors, and academic officials have grown. The ratio of academic officials grew by a rate of 39%, but those that were actively teaching only grew by 18%. Student loans are also more readily available to students. The government has chosen to back these types of programs rather than a need-based grant program. Former U.S. Secretary of Education William Bennett was one of the first to suggest this idea. He suggested that the availability of student loans was actually driving the increase in college tuition. He stated that the widespread ease of availability of getting a loan led college tuition prices to overpower the confines of demand elasticity, thus creating a dangerous situation in the economy. These rising prices, coupled with the mentality of a more expensive education is a more prestigious education, is a very dangerous thing. Unlike other types of loans, federal student loans are not based on risk. Tuition prices are generally the same disregarding choice of major, and all students are given the same rate, rather the rate based on the risk of them repaying the loan, much like all other loans are based. When students are unable to pay their loans after school, these types of loans and students are comparable to the housing industry, where debtors who subprime mortgages with homes owned that were less than the balance due to the bank. The counter argument to this theory is that second education system will be the next bubble to break, is that those with a 4-year college degree still earn higher than those without. While this statistic still holds true, let's look at the difference between those rates. Ohio University professor Richard Vedder wrote in the Wall Street Journal that a key measure of the benefits of a degree is the college graduate's earning potential, and on this score, their advantage over high school graduates is deteriorating. Since 2006, the gap between the median college graduate earned compared with a high school graduate was narrowed by $1,387 for men over 25 working full-time, a 5% fall. Women in the same category have fared far worse, losing 7% of their income advantage. A college degree's declining value is more pronounced for younger Americans. According to the data collected by the College Board, for those in the 25 to 34 age range, the differential between college graduate and high school graduate earnings fell 11% for men. The decline for women was an extraordinary 20%. Meanwhile, the cost of college has increased 16.5% since 2012, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. These are staggering statistics, which led me to believe that the secondary education system is well on its way to being in jeopardy and collapsing. To avoid this, I believe the federal loan program needs to be addressed. The loan should be based on risk. And even better, we should get more away from a loan-based program into a grant and need and scholarship-based program. Also, this idea of money equating to prestige needs to be dropped in our society. It's just doing nothing but harm and driving up expenses as a whole. I thank you all for listening. Have a nice day.